Hey everyone, this is a video review on writing a chord progression in C minor. So take a look at this. This is in minor, C minor, but you have to write in B flat minor. Also, be sure to describe the steps that you are taking so that someone else can follow those steps and write this out. Okay, so notice that for C minor, I wrote in the key signature already, 3 flats. Okay, and then as with the other example, let's put the complete chord in the right hand so we get that taken care of, and then we can talk about the inversions later on, and we'll put the bass line in the bass clef. Okay, so for the one chord in C minor, of course, it's built on scale degree 1, so there it is. Okay, and it's a third above that. Oops. And then another third above that. Okay, so that's the C minor chord. Same thing for the last one, so also do that. Okay, so those are the two C minor chords. Now, the chord built on scale degree 6. Scale degree 6 in C minor is A flat. So I'm going to start by putting down the A flat, okay? And then a third above and a third above, A flat major. So that's the major 6 chord. Notice that the Roman numeral 6 is in capital letters, uppercase. So that means that that's there because it's in major. It's a major triad. Okay. Next, let's write down the 2 chord. It's a diminished chord in minor, so that's why there's that little superscript circle next to the lowercase 2. And so the 2 chord is built on the second scale degree in C minor, that is D. So I'm going to write the D down, okay? And then a third above that is an F, and then another third above that is an A flat, okay? So that's the 2 diminished chord. We'll talk about the little 6 a little bit later on. 5, 7, okay? I had written down a note to you to says to write the 5/7 chord in a minor key, you need to raise the leading tone. Okay, the leading tone is the 7th scale degree of a scale, but the leading tone is always 1/2 step below the tonic. Okay, regardless if it's in minor or in major. In major, that's always going to be the case, but in minor, okay, the leading tone, a 7th scale degree, when you're just talking about as part of the key signature, if you need to have that 7th scale degree be the leading tone, you need to raise that up a 1/2 step. So here in C minor, B flat needs to be raised to B natural, so that the distance between the leading tone and the tonic, B natural to C, it's only a 1/2 step. So let's put this into action here. The 5/7 chord is built on the note, the 5th scale degree, with its G. Okay. And then we're just building the dominant 7th chord on this. So a third above, another third, another third. Okay. So notice that there's a B flat as a part of this chord. Okay. In fact, it's the third of the chord. So in order for this to be a 5/7, the dominant 7th chord, okay, you need to raise the leading tone. So I'm going to take this B flat and make that into natural. Okay. So now you have a 5/7 chord, and in fact this chord right here is now the same between both C minor and C major. Next, let's talk about inversions. So let's put the notes in the bass line. So all of these chords are again in root position except for the 2 diminished 6. So for all the root position chords, for the bass clef, this is how I do it. I just put the root down for the root position. So 1, 6, which is the A flat. Okay, for the 5/7 is the G, and then 1 again, which is C. Okay, and then as I covered before in the other video review, the little 6 next to the 2 diminished Roman numeral means that this chord is in first inversion. So the third of the chord needs to be in the bass. So here, okay, that's the diminished chord, and the F is the third. So that means I'm going to put the third, the F, in the bass. I'm going to do it right here. Okay, so that's a quick overview on how you write this progression in minor key. And please again double check on the inversion for the 2 diminished chord, and then also be sure you raise the leading tone for that dominant 7th chord in a minor key.